Well, the Grand Theft Auto Trilogy Definitive Edition came out recently, and I cannot even begin to convey how terrible and riddled with weirdness this launch has been. The events that transpired the day before the set global release time was also quite bizarre. What happened was that people who had pre-ordered the game on the PlayStation systems were slowly finding themselves able to actually launch the game early. This was when we started getting gameplay videos and full-on live streams from some individuals, and this is also when some people started to get very concerned about the product as a whole. We could only tell so much based on the pre-launch material on offer, a single short trailer, some screenshots, and some garbage quality GIFs. So what happened when the full game, or at least significant portions of footage for the game dropped? People started reporting bugs, most of them minor, some quite serious, ranging from textures glitching to vehicles being spontaneously thrown into the air and even game crashes. Understandably, concern and wariness began to spread like a wildfire, gasoline constantly being added to increase the ferocity and duration of the inferno. Fast forward one day later to the release date, and to my knowledge, each game in the Trilogy package has received some sort of day one patch, but it hasn't managed to nab every single one of the glaring bugs out there, like bridges disappearing or obnoxious rain effects in San Andreas. But what is perhaps the most bullshit part out of this whole situation is that PC players who have already paid for the game cannot, at the time of recording, even play the goddamn game. Why is that, you ask? Rockstar Support tweeted this message out on the 11th of November, aka release day. It says, quote, "Services for the Rockstar Games launcher and supported titles are temporarily offline for maintenance. Services will return as soon as maintenance is complete." End quote. So that was on the 11th of November, right? How long do you think that quote-unquote maintenance lasted? 2 days later, on November 13th, Rockstar Support tweets this out, quote, "The Rockstar Games launcher is now online, but GTA, the Trilogy, the Definitive Edition is unavailable to play or purchase, as we remove files unintentionally included in these versions. We're sorry for the disruption and hope to have correct ones up soon." End quote. It is now 1 day later, post second tweet, and the game is still unavailable on PC. What is happening here? Does it really take this long to remove some files and get the game back up so that customers who should be playing the game they forked over their hard-earned money for can, actually play the game? And what are these unintentionally included files anyway? We don't know 100% for sure, but of course rumors are flying all over the place because it's the internet. Aside from the rumors, a Twitter user, Ash_735, allegedly found that the remasters contain all previously cut music tracks disabled by scripts. And if this is true, it is more than likely one of the unintentionally included files the PC version has been removed for. Alright, now that we've talked about the shit show that was the Definitive Edition release window, it's personal experience story time. So, I pre-ordered the game, and the only title I've played so far is Vice City. I've sunk quite a decent amount of time into it so far, and I've only had 4 significant issues. A few of the in-game ads or text on store windows or signs seems to have either been misspelled by accident or intentionally changed to slightly alter the meaning or make no sense whatsoever. B. Occasional flickering textures. This has only happened in the North Point Mall. C. A significant frame drop when pointing the camera around to face the center of, once again, North Point Mall. And finally D. Some, but not all of the character models are quite rough and almost grotesque under the right lighting conditions or from a certain angle. Other than this, I haven't experienced anything seriously bad. The game pretty much runs and plays identically to the PlayStation 2 version, albeit with much better textures and lighting. And yes, I am actually quite enjoying playing this so far. I have not touched GTA 3 or San Andreas yet, but from what I'm seeing online, the most affected title in terms of bugginess is San Andreas, so I'm looking forward to that. Here it is, folks, just a short update on the GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition situation. Who knows, maybe by the time I actually hit the upload button on this video, the game will be back up on the Rockstar launcher. And what sickens and bewilders me about this entire fiasco is that Rockstar have effectively crossed their arms and looked away pretending everything is fine and this launch has gone according to plan. It's not a good look, Rockstar. I think you've lost a lot of loyal fans and customers due to this debacle, but there's no point addressing you like an actual human being, because you're not human, you're a company, a video game development company. Sure, there may be those inside you who are troubled and pissed off about this, knowing it could have gone down better, but we'll never know for sure, because communication is basically non-existent, reserved only for things that affect that sweet flowing river of cash. Oh yeah, that's good shit. By the way, for those that value Metacritic scores, the PC version is currently sitting at a user rating of 0.6 based on 1,903 ratings. I've gone through quite a bit of them, and some are literally just copy and pasted, so I guess it's not totally accurate, but whatever, the score speaks for itself, it's accurate enough. Thanks for listening to me yelling into a mic, it's greatly appreciated, as always, and until next video, it's back to Vice City I go.